My sister betrayed me and married my millionaire fiancé. 7 years later, she bragged she had it all. I smiled back. Have you met my husband yet? I met David when I was 25, working as a junior accountant at this investment firm downtown. He was 32, already a partner, drove a Mercedes, owned a penthouse in the city. Everyone at the office knew he was loaded. When he asked me out, I thought it was a joke, but he was serious. We dated for 2 years, and he proposed with a ring that cost more than my yearly salary. My younger sister Jessica was 23 at the time, fresh out of college and living with our parents. She'd come visit my apartment that David helped me get, and she'd just stare at everything. The furniture, the view, the closet full of clothes David bought me. I thought she was just impressed. I didn't realize she was taking notes. 3 months before the wedding, Jessica started texting David. Just friendly stuff at first, asking his advice about job interviews, saying she wanted career tips from someone successful. I actually encouraged it because I wanted them to get along. That was my first mistake. My second mistake was asking Jessica to be my maid of honor. She threw herself into wedding planning, helping with every detail, always volunteering to run errands with David when I was working late. I trusted both of them completely. 2 weeks before the wedding, I came home early from work with the flu, walked into my apartment and found David and Jessica on my couch. They weren't just sitting there. I stood in the doorway feeling like I was going to throw up, and not from the flu. Jessica jumped up, started crying, saying it just happened and she didn't mean for me to find out this way. David couldn't even look at me. He just kept staring at the floor. I called off the wedding that night, moved back in with my parents while David and Jessica kept seeing each other. My whole family was torn apart. My dad stopped talking to Jessica for months. My mom kept crying and asking how this happened. But here's the thing. David married Jessica 6 months later. Big fancy wedding, bigger than the one we'd planned. She posted photos all over social media with captions like, found my soulmate and living my dream life. I deleted all my social media after that. Couldn't handle seeing them together. I threw myself into work, got promoted twice in 3 years, started my own accounting firm with 2 partners when I was 29. We specialized in helping small businesses, nothing glamorous, but we were good at it. That's where I met Andre. He came in needing help with his business taxes, this quiet guy who owned 3 laundromats across the city, wore normal jeans, drove a Toyota, brought his own lunch in a brown paper bag. We started dating and it felt different than with David. Andre didn't try to impress me with expensive dinners or gifts. We'd grab pizza, watch movies at his place, take walks in the park. It was simple and easy and real. We got married at City Hall 2 years later, just us and 2 witnesses. No big wedding, no drama, just quiet and perfect. Andre never talked much about money, and I never asked. I knew the laundromats did okay because his taxes showed steady income. What I didn't know was that Andre owned the buildings his laundromats were in, and 12 other commercial properties across 3 states, and a bunch of rental apartments. He'd inherited them from his grandfather and just quietly managed them while living like a regular person. Last month, my mom called saying Jessica wanted to have a family dinner to reconnect after 7 years. I almost said no, but Andre convinced me to go. We walked into the restaurant, and there they were. David looking older, tired, stressed, Jessica wearing designer everything, showing off her huge diamond ring and talking loudly about their new lake house. She gave me this fake hug and immediately started bragging. We just got back from Paris. David surprised me with a private jet for my birthday. You should see our new summer home. She kept going, comparing her life to what she assumed mine was. Poor you, stuck doing taxes for tiny businesses while I'm living the dream. I just smiled and nodded, letting her talk. Finally, she looked at Andre and asked what he did for a living. He owns some laundromats, I said simply. Jessica actually laughed out loud. David looked uncomfortable but didn't say anything. Then Andre very quietly mentioned he also did property management. Jessica asked how many properties, still smirking. Andre took a sip of water and said, 47 buildings, last time I counted. The table went silent. Jessica's smile froze on her face. David choked on his drink. My dad started laughing, actually laughing for the first time in years. My mom squeezed my hand under the table. Andre pulled out his phone and casually showed them photos of his newest acquisition, a 12-story apartment building downtown. Said he was thinking about converting the ground floor into another laundromat. You know, for fun. Jessica's face went white, then red, then white again. She made some excuse about needing air and practically ran outside. David followed her, mumbling an apology. My mom looked at me and said, you knew? I shook my head. Found out about most of it 6 months ago when I started handling his business taxes. Andre shrugged and said he never thought it mattered. We left the restaurant an hour later after the best meal I'd had in years. Jessica texted me the next day saying we should get together soon. Maybe I could give her business advice. I left her on red.